Welcome to Shakespeare Full Circle, a journey of a circuitous nature into the mind of the Bard of Avon, or as you become more familiar, Uncle Will. I'm your host, Qarie Marshall.
I don't understand.
Well, I don't understand it.
I don't understand.
Talking nonsense.
Je vous comprends pas.
No entiendo.
Ich verstehe nicht.
Δεν καταλαβαίνω.
What are you talking about?
This is utterly incomprehensible.
That's a bit harsh. Well, let's see if I can make things a bit clearer. What we are talking about today is another one of Will's phrases that is slightly unique in that when used in other languages, it retains its original structure. It's also one that, on the surface, says exactly what it means. I think the level of irony would be lost on most students when they are first presented in grade school or high school with William's works, and inevitably, one whining schoolboy, or girl for that matter, says, "Why doesn't he just write in English?" I'm sure that more than one exasperated student wanted to say, "It's all Greek to me." This vastly known quote came from a relatively small part in Julius Caesar. Apologies to the father of modern method acting, Konstantin Stanislavski, who is attributed with the famous "There are no small parts, only small actors." But Casca has 39 lines in the play, only 14 more than the fastidious foil fetcher Osric in Hamlet. Anyway, we digress. It is the day of festival in Rome, following the triumphant return of Julius Caesar in the war against Pompey. All of Rome is jubilant, but there is some disquiet and concern amongst some of the senators who fear that the people may wish to crown Caesar king. Chief among them is Marcus Brutus, of the Et Tu fame, and Caius Cassius, the most shrewd and manipulative of the conspirators. While discussing their concerns, Brutus and Cassius are come upon by their friend Casca, who was at the revels with Caesar. Casca recounts that Caesar was offered the crown and refused it 3 times, having then swooned.
When he came to himself again, he said if he had done or said anything amiss, he desired their worships to think it was his infirmity.
And after that, he came thus sad away?
Aye.
Did Cicero say anything?
Aye. He spoke Greek.
To what effect?
Nay, and I tell you that I'll ne'er look you in the face again. But those that understood him smiled at one another and shook their heads. For mine own part, it was Greek to me. I could tell you more news, too.
This little exchange got me thinking. Uncle Will obviously used this to refer to a difficult and unknowable language. But is that the same for other languages? Well, I found out in some other languages the idea of an impenetrable foreign tongue varies. Spanish, Portuguese, Swedish, Norwegian, Dutch all use Greek, but the Danish refer to a short-lived Esperanto-type language created by a German in the late 19th century, Volapük. In Bulgaria, to be truly incomprehensible, you would have to be speaking Patagonian. But that does bring up an interesting question. What exactly do the Greeks say? Well, forgive my pronunciation, emena aftamopheno de kinesica. Translation, to me this appears like Chinese. What would they say? What language would be more difficult than Mandarin or Cantonese? Well, as far as they are concerned, it's not even a human language. You have to either walk around a meadow putting on your ornithological ears or look up to the stars, as it's either bird song or you have to go off-world. It's all Martian to them. Well, alas and alack, my friends, that's all we have time for. Join us again next time for another circuitous journey into the mind of Uncle William. I'm Qarie Marshall. Farewell until next time. Shakespeare Full Circle is a production of WGTE Public Media. You can learn more and download all episodes at wgte.org/sfc or wherever you get your podcasts.